You can hear them already harvesting rice in the distance. It's the world's first male bicycle. So put a basket on so I can carry me. Basically, that rice harvest, that machine you can hear cost 4 million yen to harvest rice. This, 800 yen. It's great, and no car, not a sound of cars, just farm machinery. and if you hear shrieks in the night, that's deer. There's quite a lot of deer. Because it's quite complicated to get in my rice field. Now I just use a ladder to climb in. Nothing's getting in my rice field. It's got to be the ugliest fence in the whole world, but it worked. Yeah, and Shika, the deer, you've got to go minimum like 2 meters. Otherwise, animals will either jump over or dig under. So rocks everywhere.
Do you have boar hogs?
Boar hogs.
Yeah. Inoshishi?
Oh yeah, there's tons of them. They destroyed my rice 2 years ago.
I can imagine.
They went in because like an idiot, I didn't even have a fence. There's nothing. They just trampled it all. And now they can't get in. Oh, it's looking pretty good. You can see the black grains coming. When it ripens, it slowly starts turning black.
Oh yeah.
Black rice.
So all of this you did it one at a time.
Yep. And I used goat manure, and I think I must have added a bit extra here, because can you see this patch?
It's quite greener right there.
Yeah, it's much richer and bigger. So next year, every year I just learn from the previous year. And I add in goat fertilizer. It seems to have made quite a big difference. Yeah.
Is this hose the one that you brought all the way from the mountain?
Oh yeah, I can show you. Unfortunately, the water isn't uniform. When I flood the whole field, one area is not flooded, and then because I did it all by hand. But it's 3 years I've been using it, so the field's slowly becoming more natural. Oh, I don't own this. It's exchange of the field in front of my house. So the ex-owner, he does his onions and stuff there, and then I get this field. But he owns that field, and there's 2 down there. So we can buy them later, but he's probably going to ask too much money. And he wouldn't sell just one field to me, and he owns the mountain as well. So I mean, I wouldn't mind a mountain, but it depends. And in order to be 100% natural farming, you need the land around you to be natural. So that's we just want to buy up all the land. Not that I have much money, but somehow. And all these fields will never be used ever again, because no one's interested in farming in Japan. They just want to visit the countryside and go, oh, this is nice. And then go back to the city, to their job there. I'm odd. I like hard work. Most of the world will do anything to avoid hard work, or invent a machine, to bypass the hard work. But I like to do the work. You get a nice view of the field from up here. I mean, it makes it worth it when you just see all this effort. I mean, if I could have done this with a machine, planted it in 30 minutes. It took me 6 weeks by hand. But it makes a difference. When there's a typhoon, everyone else's rice just goes like this. And mine's just... Because the roots are stronger. So you see here, all the wild boar, every night they just come and just completely destroy this field. But they can't get in mine. They got in once earlier, just before I went to England, August, the day before. So I had to frantically reinforce the fence. They dug under. That goat loves this. Pon. But you can actually eat it. And there was a guy on YouTube, and all these things you think you can't eat, he made like pasta dishes from me. Stupid name, I don't know. Like goat, they love this. It's quite nutty. You can see the little sort of the waves of green and yellow So that's kind of indicating the order in which I planted. So the green there that I planted, that I think that was the last patch. You'd think it's, you know, natural farming, you wouldn't get ill, but there's so many dangers. When you get your hands dirty, you've got to wear gloves.
Any mamushi up in there?
And in here, they could be, I can't see him, but there's a resident one somewhere, little guy. And because I've got more weeds than a normal rice field, you've got to be careful where you tread. But if you make a bit of a noise, if there's a snake, it will naturally just go away. They don't like to be disturbed. They're quite antisocial. But mamushi, if there's one in front of me here, instead of running away, he'll just go, "Fuck you." I'm not moving. I was actually cleaning this water channel. They've cut the water now. Oh good, they sealed all, yesterday they were mending I think they used quick dry cement. Oh good, they did all the holes. I didn't know they did all the way here. The water was actually coming down here and then just disappearing through holes. So this is my pipeline.
All the way to the lake?
Yeah, and it's actually held together by pressure, because the pipes, they're just, any pipe I could find, I just, you know, it was quite difficult. Because they haven't standardized pipe diameters, I can't believe that. So some are 49 millimeters, then 55. So it was quite difficult. So this is held in, and the villagers, I call him, he's an ex-teacher guy. I had this to get more water in. I had it straight into my field so no one else could get any water. And it was just thundering in. So he asked me to change it so that they can share, so I moved it here. Well, yeah, you can't do anything on your own in Japan. It's a group. You know,
it's a community.
Group decisions, group everything. And yeah, I got into trouble. This was the original pipe and it was just laying in the forest around all this bamboo. So I thought, I'll have that. I'll get it going. But it's too small. It wasn't getting enough. Something was blocked inside. So I got the big, well, it's basically a 100-meter long drain pipe. I mean, I hate plastic, but no choice. I want to replace it with bamboo eventually. I've actually got bamboo connector, because you know you got the notch in bamboo. So there, and then you can fit 2 pipes. We get a lot of takenoko. So this is owned by my previous owner of the house. All this here. But if you maintain the forest, like this neighbour here, he really looks after his forest, so it's more productive. Not sure why. And you have to keep chopping bamboo down as well, hence all the tons of it. So this is the lower water channel, and I was trying to get water in the summer just before I got this one going. I was just getting a trickle of water. My rice wasn't natural farming. You don't really, you can just leave it to nature, but not if it's nearly 50 degrees centigrade and the soil gets so hard. Well, it turns to desert and the roots can't grow. Love it when the sun comes out. Look at that, just glimmering. Well, I'm going to check the rice.
We definitely need to talk more about your upcoming
the TV show.
The TV show, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, seriously, beautifully filmed. They go all around the world. Like Alaska, some guy 300 kilometers from the nearest road. Like really wild places.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't that, but my mindset's the same.
But you know, because here you have all the terraces, it's just really pretty.
That's what attracted me to this place, because it's so steep. But those fields down there, there's loads. It's just one guy in his like late 70s does it all.
He does it all.
I mean, he uses a machine.
Yeah.
But that's pretty impressive. I mean, I just do 20 kilograms of black rice.
But you're doing it all by hand, though.
Too hard. I can't do hikari. I can't do the brown rice, because it's actually worthless. You can't, if I want to sell it, you don't get much money, so it's not worth the effort.
Yeah.
The black rice, I could sell it, you know. Yeah, no, this year, yeah, I'm probably not going to have much. It might be more people just taste my tea. But I'm going to make some more, because you get a third, fourth flush or something. The tea bushes now, you've got like in May, you've got the same fresh new bud coming up, bright green.
Yeah.
So I could show you later.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I need to make some more, and this I'll be able to sell at the summit if I can make enough. I mean, what list of things to do? It's just endless. And I'm late planting daikon, so I've got As me say, I got shaky hands because I'm so tired.
So,
this is culture, my
yeah,
culture.
that's beautiful.
It's got a really nice aroma if you want to smell. Oh yeah. Yeah, mine tea I made in May. Yeah. Pick a stone. We just do 5 minutes, then and go and go. I should help. I want to plant a lot of daikon, and I'm experimenting with compost. So dirt from the forest, the leaf mulch, like beautiful.
Yep.
So I got, I was lugging bags of that into the cage truck the other day. And then I've got goat shit and chicken shit.
Yeah.
Fermented.
Yeah.
So mix it all together, and hopefully my daikons will be bigger than last year. Last year they were just, they were tiny. Partly because this house is built on a rice field, so it was a tambo. So the soil's clay, bit clay, so it's not so good. It's not good for the vegetables, some of them. So I'm introducing the soil from the mountain. In fact, when they built rice fields, all the soil, amazing, they lugged probably by hand from the mountain and then did the topsoil. So they did a layer of clay, stop the water going away, and then she's really friendly, this chicken. No, nothing for you. You leave the door open in the house, and she's straight in there, eats the cat biscuits, which can't be very good for them. It's certainly not good for organic eggs. And they've stopped laying eggs for 6 months. Black chickens.
Black chickens.
So if you pluck them, they're black everywhere. They're on a bit of a starvation diet because we don't really. I want them just to fend for themselves. But I give them black rice, which makes their poo jet black. So at the moment, their only use. If we had more of them, I'd eat one, but the wife wouldn't be very happy.
You lived at another place, right? A Minka, a Minka?
Yeah, 2 months. Yeah. We got. Yeah, we moved because of the river. You watched that video. Don't buy Minka next to a road. Full stop.
Yeah, I watched that video where you had a hard time with all the trucks coming up and down. I guess.
Like one every 30 seconds for 8 hours a day.
Oh, jeez.
For 2 months, pointlessly moving dirt from A to B, and then from B back to A. Because when they do the river, they build like a little road into the river so they can access it. So they build this super highway out of soil. So they bring the soil and then they take it away. It's nonsense. Anyway, we should get back.
Yeah, okay. So Rupert and his neighbors, they happen to be doing the community cleanup. So if you're going to live in the countryside, this is some of the things that you're going to do. And they're up this way. I just came.
They take a photo. I don't know whether they get money from the government for doing all this, because we do road cleaning. We cleaned the road right down from the bottom. So if you notice, the road was clean on the way up. We did that last Sunday. But you get money from the government.
Oh, okay.
Because they always take a photo to prove that they did it.
So how long have you been living here?
3.
3 years. Do you have a lot of mamushi around here?
Yeah. So I wondered, going up in the forest, I laid this big pipeline to feed my rice field of water. And I could easily have been bitten without knowing it. So our house is to this. I built a fence to keep the goats in, but does it work? Nope.
No, of course not.
2 castrated boys and a mum, and it doesn't stop them. They still try to have sex with them. You know what a goat does when it's on heat? It sticks its tongue. It's like oh, they're making cement. Oh, yes, because it's got holes in the channel, right? The water leaks. It's like, for instance, it doesn't get to my house because it's just come out the holes.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. They're doing that.
ちょっと手伝っていいですか？手伝っていいですか？ちょっと大丈夫ですか？
ルポとそこに上に行って。そこに行って。
He's super strong, can you see?
Yeah.
60, 61. He gave me a massage one time and my body's a bit like really tight. God, that hurt for about a week. Like real pressure. He was loving it. He was laughing his head off. So this channel, we cleaned all the way from that fence over there, my rice field.
So they have some leaks going on here.
Yeah, because this is like 100 years old. So the concrete doesn't last 100 years, does it?
Yeah.
It just decays. The problem is the joins, and then this decays. And it's all the way. In the summer, before I built there's a channel up bigger one, and the flow there is beautiful, no holes. But I had no water, a real problem in my field, and I was trying to get it from here, but all the water was just evaporating away. So I built a 100-meter pipeline from the top channel into my rice field.
Is that the one that you plug and unplug every day?
Yeah, I'll show you that. But I did that on my own, 45-degree slope like this.
Wow.
And I laid this pipe. I could only do 1 hour because it was like 46 degrees in the summer. This is total Roundup weed killer. The general, he does it. He just likes killing things. And look at that field, just beautiful weeds. Yeah, we let the goats. It's not. No, we want to buy it because no one's using it. In fact, and we have to be careful if the goats escape and eat this, they'll get cancer or something. I'm really anti-chemical. This was a rice field before. Christian, are you crazy? Christian? Oh, no.
No.
Christian? Mitsu? She's hungry, but I've given them loads of weeds that we cut. They're all just waiting to go out. We take them out in the afternoon. I put labels up here, don't cut my herbs, look, Mitsuba. And then he cut my sansho plants that I've planted.
Kirimasen.
Yeah.
Don't cut it. And they still cut it?
I salvaged my Mitsuba, look at this, beautiful. So it's healthy looking Mitsuba.
Wow.
Also the goats eat it, so this afternoon need to plant that. The ex-owner of that house, his brother owns that field, but he lives in the city. He'll never, ever use it. So we use it, well, probably indefinitely. But we need to buy it, otherwise someone else might buy it and use chemicals. Yeah, the Ishigaki collapsed down there, so they did a cement Ishigaki. It was so invasive when they did that, you know, they get all the trucks down there and killed all the soil. Rice is quite aquatic. There's two types, upland rice, which grows without water. But mine, I've done both ways. Definitely, water is much better.
Is that where your rice field is at?
Yeah. So it's the highest in the valley, so it can't be affected by chemicals. And the water's straight from the lake, and the water into the lake straight from the mountain. And there's nothing on the mountain. It's just wild. It's like 20,000 square kilometers of nothing behind there.
Wow.
It's good. That was an attraction as well, this place.
Do you mind if I ask how much you paid for it? Or?
Yeah, 4 million. I didn't need to do anything to it. We live simply.
All right, Rupert, I think this is a good time for you to introduce yourself to your new channel.
Oh, yeah, what do I say?
For once, you're out of words.
Yeah, no, I swear, I just talk away. If I'm put on the spot, I can't really think of anything to say. So we got here, I'll show you the other. It's just got wood everywhere. A lot of it's scrap and I'll burn it, but some is the house. But the other house, it's like a wood suppository. Wood everywhere. It's not quite as posh as yours. So I haven't finished, so I'm going to do the roof a bit higher because I've got a problem with drips and stuff. Finish it off. This is godsend in summer because you know it keeps things cool when you go out. The idea was to dismantle it, but because there's no nails used, I just keep it now. So.
These are repurposed sliding doors, right?
Yeah. So this mountain range here is this view, and the owner, the guy who owned this house, his son, age 13, drew those, so I leave them on.
It's very cool.
I mean, you can date our house because there was this huge poster and there's a picture of Henry Fonda, Easy Rider, on the motorcycle. The rice machines, tea cutting machines, which need organising, but we had them serviced a few years ago. And here's this amazing rice store worth opening to show you. It's quite nice the way it's a bit like in a temple. They build the walls are like this. They just in a groove. These are like numbered.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 1 to 3. Left and right. Yeah. Interesting. Wow, that's so cool.
So, you know, everything's dated. So he say 10. So that's like 10s? About 80s or something. So he built this in the 80s. Some wara.
I forgot you had some rice in there.
I haven't worked in here for a while.
Now you're excited, huh?
So it's like, it was lined with tin or galvanized stuff, but it's like really cool in here and fresh. There's no molding. Oh yeah, bit of wire from last year, and it smells fairly fresh. So when I've harvested my rice and dried it, I put it in here prior to processing. And so it's the same as that fridge you saw, but no electricity. Seems to work. So I love this house. It's like, you know, there's so many things to it. It was quite interesting. Some Akiya, they're like nothing. There's no history attached to it, and it's just, especially if you buy from a foreign agent, they strip it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually tried to get, we said 3 million because our carpenter, we got him to check it structurally. Mm-hmm. This was like an earthquake.
And did he find any major issues or anything?
No. But he said for a house this age and what he could see, he said, oh, there is 3 million. But the owner wouldn't budge. It was a bit personal for him as well. But because we wanted to farm, that's why he sold to us. There was people from the city wanted to buy, but he turned them down. The old guy who lived here, he built this. I mean, it's one of those where they just, after the war, there was shortage of, well, everything, I think, building materials, because it's all been bombed. Mm-hmm. So they would just use Harry beams from old houses. So if you look up here, you can see, you got like really nice beams and stuff, and this guy did it himself, built this like chorus.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. So I would have turned my nose up at stuff like this before when I wanted a perfect Kayabuki Kominka.
It's a massive, huge, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, if you take out the look above the ceiling, it's got just massive Kominka, Harry, big beams. Half the roof is Western style. You know the Western style where they use diagonals.
Oh, really?
In Japanese style, it's stacked. It's like that, and then one.
Oh, I see you have the storm shutters right here, I believe, right?
Goes typhoon. We're facing nothing, so the typhoon comes from here, the east. You know that saying, storm from the east. So it bashes the house this way. So you need shutters here, and we've got some built for upstairs. Another attraction was all the wooden windows were intact.
Beautiful.
So I like these.
Yeah, beautiful.
They're a bit weathered on the outside, but inside is nice.
Oh, that's a cool Doma right there.
Yeah, it's Fuji-san. Yeah, and she's from Fuji-san. So.
That's nice, yeah.
And you can tell a modern house because they're not like the old ones, which is all exposed here. So that's the foundation stone. And then they've got the breeze blocks, so you can tell it's.
Yeah, you have one over there. Yes.
Yeah.
Which first, like you were talking, I was very attracted to the old Kominkas, but
it's
then
too much work.
It's too much work.
And actually, I've taken over a farm, and I'm doing what the previous farmer did. So I think that's important, and that's what it should be about. So you modernise a Kominka into something like, a city house.
Yeah.
Nonsense. I got mini Minka here. This was like the old smoke when they had the old Aurora. The smoke. This was on the roof of a really old house.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so I took it down, and I made these ones. It was a little goat house when they were smaller. They don't fit now. So it's all you can collapse it. I could even take it to my rice field and I could use it as my little guard station.
Like the smokestack chimney, whatever that sticks out.
Just the smoke there. That's why it's blackened. And they actually It was a 91-year-old house, and these beams were all recycled. So these are probably from a really old house.
Yes.
So it's look, no nails, just it's all stuck together.
Yeah, impressive.
And but these come loose. I need to work on it. And the house has got the stone in our areas are soft, so they can make really beautiful foundation stones. It's like, you know, total level. And here's the game can.
So I have a picture just like that. The aerial. Can I come in?
Of your house.
Yes.
Hey, feel the temperature. Come in here. So.
Oh wow! Yeah.
You don't need aircon. So the house. This is 1995.
1995.
So all where we just walked here. So that we walked up this bit, I think. There. Yeah. So they rice everywhere. That's where the goats are. So rice. They get dry in the tatami. I realised how they could use a helicopter for this. Not because they're rich, because before they used to use insecticides by helicopter. I'm guessing that's how they managed to get this. Who's going to hire a helicopter to
Yeah.
picture them?
Oh wow! Look at that huge beam right there.
Inside, beautiful. I'll show you later. And what I like this house, so you've got Genkan, that's you know, the posh entrance. And this is, you know, for the maid like me. Go in here. We've got stairs upstairs. It's nice to have an upstairs. Kitchen. We've got the bathroom there. So they renovated. This was a Doma before with Kamado, but then so they got a decent floor, you know, wood floor. 45 years ago, did that. I've kept the original sink. I ripped one out, but you can see the wood. I've got the wood stove.
Oh wow!
So I fitted that. So I use the cassette gas Conroe or the stove.
Yeah.
Charcoal.
Wow, that's cool.
I was amazed by this because this doesn't feel like it's such a young house. You've got like this Naya storeroom, earth floor, and you can feel the temperature.
Oh yeah, it's very
So
cool
you
in
do your
here.
miso and your umeboshi in here.
Wow, this huge
Yeah.
basket. Wow. Jars for the umeboshi.
Yeah,
Yeah. We have.
So I want to tidy this up and get it all clean. We've got bamboo ceiling, so it's, you know, it's big on bamboo, this area, so free floor probably. And beautiful pieces of bamboo. If you look at they're really straight, the notches.
Beautiful woodwork too. Those beams are gorgeous.
Yeah, it's quite big beams. And then here, I think they put rice in here, stop the rice getting in, just an improvised thing. And then through here, I haven't worked on this, but this is they got the bamboo walls again. This is like going back in time, check this out.
Oh my god!
I see, look at this. So I'm going to completely clean this and get a Kamado stove. And this window's totally buggered, so I replaced that. And you've got a nice view of nature and running water.
These baskets are. And have
There are
you?
hundreds of these. They're from the house in town, so tea baskets.
And these big clay pots.
That was miso, I think. Before.
And you haven't moved them. They've been there the whole time, just like
Yeah,
that.
I've not got around to this room yet.
Oh, that's so cool. Look at that.
And from my old house, the local sake producer I told you about, Shigemas, this was for sake. Beautiful. Even this house, I got this house, got a lifetime to clean it up, and I got the other one.
I think you're a little bit busy there, Rupert.
And 10 years ago, I went to see a Minka with this interior designer lady, and it was going to be demolished. And they said, "Oh, you can have all the shoji. Look at these beautiful doors. These are like 120 years old."
Wow.
So I need to look after these a bit better, clean them up. And the wood.
I was gonna say that piece of wood right there
There's
is.
khaki persimmon.
Yeah.
So you got the black.
Oh.
Polish that, but it's from a carpenter's workshop. I just took everything. At first they gave me the roof tiles, and then the owner, they said, "Take whatever you want."
Take
So
whatever you want.
took it all.
To include all these tools and everything. Look at that.
Yeah, all this is actually for takenoko. This is a narrow so when you dig them out.
Yeah.
I try and get organised. Like, I've got a drawer full of karnat, the planes, and saws. Thinking hundreds of them. And I need to clean everything. A lot of work to do.
Just like
And all strange objects, but I think this is for doing the rice. Like you just. Oh, yeah, it's not organised yet. It's a beautiful basket.
That's a beautiful
You
basket.
can put a hot air balloon on that, couldn't you? Sit in it. And this became the chicken house because the snakes attack the chicken at the back, but here they're quite safe.
What is this writing? I was looking at it yesterday.
Oh, the owner just wrote things,
Just wrote
everything, and it's probably like 5 days. But unfortunately, he was a traditional guy, but just brainwashed into the chemicals. There's a chart on when to apply the chemicals at what time of year. It's like,
Oh, and tell us about your meal. I don't know what the proper term would be.
yeah, mummy, sorry, I don't know the English word for it. That's my favourite sound. So I'll give him the rice. No, I did a batch. And you have to keep sharpening it so it polishes a bit better. That's from Kyoto Forest. It broke at the Minka summit, so I got a bit of wood from the forest. I know, Hanase.
Hanase.
And this is the old guy. These beautiful, this special kind of bamboo from the forest. Good, perfect handle. So this is like my production area. I just got my sourdough. Oh, he's rising.
Oh, that's what you made this morning.
Yeah, I put miso in there as well, so it's like a Japanese style. And I got this bowl made about 30 years ago. It was a potter in London. And I just use it for bread. It's bread coloured. And it's got aye. That's Yorkshire for yes.
And this is the rice that we harvested this morning, right? Or
yeah. I need to just hang it, but it's probably already. It was in the sun. Look, watch. No. But basically, I just want to plant as much as I can. So I started digging, and this grass, it was really high grass, really annoying roots, and to remove them.
so just any of this grass right here, I can just rake it up, right, and mulch it.
Yeah, and I got a little bit of it all looks quite handmade, doesn't it? But nice. Just feel that blade. Ooh, see?
Holy,
Yeah, that's
that is
microscopic.
sharp.
It's a razor.
That
So
is sharp.
yeah, I sliced my finger.
Yeah. Watch out with that.
He's more sensitive, that one.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got a kawaii look in the corner.
Yeah.
It's good, Jack. And when they were trying to shag her a few weeks ago, she actually went under the house, right under. She broke through the wall.
Oh wow.
And that was not good.
So that's the original siding of your house right there, right? Or
It's
did
kind
you?
of my room there. And that door I put to cover the hole. They've eaten half of it. They've eaten it. It's like plywood.
Oh yeah, they will nibble on almost anything.
Yeah, so you got to be careful what they nibble on, because the chemical. I like chemical-free living. Otherwise, they'd probably be dead now. And this was an old we got from Carpenter's Workshop. Beautifully made. I think it was a chicken coop. Anyway, the chickens and snakes could get in, so now the goats live in there.
That bamboo siding, did you put up there, or is it?
No.
This looks like someone reinforced the Tsuchikabe there before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just over it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Tsuchikabe, the house, so that's what attracted me, because it's like an older house. It's just traditional stills. So this was a rice field here, and then look at my soba. The guy's doing really well. It's a bit of a temptation for the goats, isn't it? They stick their head through there. Yeah, I can't believe how fast it's growing. But not a lot. We get like a cupful. But interesting just to grow sober. And so next time I'll try and do a whole field of it.